Launch Director Charlie Blackwell-Thompson calling a scrub for the day here at the Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex.
We'll have to wait just a little longer for NASA's next bold space mission. The agency today scrubbing its second attempt to launch Artemis 1 on an unmanned test mission. Crews spent the morning trying to fix a hydrogen leak, but were unsuccessful. This is the second launch delay this week. Now, the planned launch on Monday was also called off, that one because of an issue with one of the rocket's 4 engines, along with lightning in the area. National correspondent Clayton Sandell is live tonight from Cape Canaveral, Florida, with the very latest. Hey, Clayton.
Hey, Maura. Yeah, NASA's planned return to the moon, which has been 50 years in the making, will now have to wait, as you said, a little bit longer. Another dangerous fuel leak leads to another delay for the Artemis 1 mission.
The troubles began at daybreak as NASA started fueling the massive SLS rocket for what it hoped would be its maiden flight.
They are in stop flow at the moment. There was a leak detected in the engine cavity.
Engineers tried troubleshooting but could not fix it. The Artemis 1 launch for the second time since Monday was scrubbed.
It was pretty clear that we weren't going to be able to work our way through it like we did on Monday in terms of the managing of the leak. Every time we saw the leak, it was a large leak.
NASA is now investigating whether the leak was caused by human error when pressure in a hydrogen line went up 3 times more than what it should have been.
But what we do know is this was a manual sequence, and it may have been the fact that we didn't automate this particular sequence that could have been part of the reason that we had the inadvertent overpressure.
SLS is a key part of NASA's goal to return astronauts to the moon by 2025. The rocket, 6 years behind schedule and over budget, is powered by engines recycled from the Space Shuttle program.
We tried to stress that this is a test, and a test has certain risk.
Around Kennedy Space Center, hundreds of thousands of rocket watchers crowded Florida's Space Coast.
I dragged my wife down here. We got here yesterday at 7 a.m., so we've been here quite a while.
David D'Alessandro says he's waited a long time for this, and he'll be back.
It's been 50 years waiting for them to go back to the moon. It's way overdue. I think we should have gone back a lot sooner, and I'm looking forward to this.
And NASA says they will have to roll this 322-foot rocket back inside to make repairs. And while they are still looking at some scheduling options, it is likely the earliest chance they'll have to launch is now looking like October. Maura?
And Clayton, initially I heard maybe it would just be about 48 hours. Now you're saying October. Why is that?
Well, they now have to roll the rocket inside. That takes time, and then they've got to actually make the repairs. It's not something they can do while it sits out here on the pad. And then they run into some scheduling issues. There is actually a blackout here for launches over the next 2 weeks. And then at the beginning of October, there's actually another launch. SpaceX is going to be launching some astronauts to the International Space Station. So that pushes Artemis back. They've got to take a back seat. So probably the end of October at this point, Maura.
All right, national correspondent Clayton Sandell live from Kennedy Space Center tonight. Thanks, Clayton.